T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
For a week and some days I was your ambiance. Put the music in your ears like it's a renaissance. It was all Gucci, I'm the Dapper Don. Never try to lead you on. Hit me at the crack of dawn and find out if I did you wrong. We was playing checkers, but we still be using pawns, yeah? We was
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Tonight's show is dedicated to who I call the godmother of disco, Sylvester. Sylvester was a one-of-a-kind, ahead of his time, in my opinion, and we're going to get into it on tonight. Good evening. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's Thursday. Y'all know it's time to have a candid conversation. It's also the start of Black Music Month, and it's also of Gay Pride, Black Gay Pride. I say Black Gay Pride, Black Gay Pride Month. So tonight, we're dedicating the entire show to queer artists, gay artists, artists who have paved the way, and artists who are out now. And we're going to get into it. So tonight, I have one of my favorite guests, one of my favorite internet people, who goes by the name of Nova Luxurious. You remember Nova has been here before. And we'll get right into it with Nova. This is Nova. This is Nova song. Hit and Quit.
He's telling me things that I want to hear. He's telling me things to get me high. He promising me the moon and the stars to just let me go back to the spot. He's telling me things that I want to hear. He's telling me things to get me high. He promising me the moon and the stars to just let me go back to the spot. Turn to his mind like a steak meal by candlelight. Hold me tight.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one time for Nova Luxurious.
Hello, hello, hello. Yes.
Hey, Nova, what's going on?
Everything is good. How are you doing? I'm lovely myself.
I'm great. I'm great. I have no complaints. No complaints. Hey, everybody in the comment section, what's going on?
Yes.
So, tonight I want to do this show with you. Like I said, I want to feature queer artists. I love what you're doing with music. I love you on the internet. But
yes.
you have some good music out here. Now you're part of a group as well, or you're a duo.
Yes.
The Good Time Girls. Okay.
The Good Time Girls. Yes.
So now, how did you all form that group?
I've been knowing Bree because I was on a reality, not a reality series, a web series called Judy's, and Bree was helping Casey, the creator. She was helping do his filming and audio and stuff. And so we just kind of kept in contact from there. And she was in the music scene. And so she had hit me up one day. It was like 2018-ish. And she was just like, I got all the studio time. I'm doing an internship at, I can't remember the name of the studios. And I don't want to give them any because they kind of did my girl wrong.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was a professional studio on Howell Mill. For the girls that know, they know. But she was just like, I'm doing this internship. I got all the studio time. I want to like do an EP for you, and I'm trying to like be a producer and stuff, songwriter. So like, let's collaborate. So I was like, cool. So we did my EP, which is the Focus EP, and then from there, she was just like, also, I got this project that I want to work on. I'm just trying to like collaborate with somebody. And she was like, do you want to come in and do some stuff? And we did. And that became the Good Time Girls. And that was like, yeah, the end of 2018. And then we just been building it up till now.
Now I love this. I love this song. This I'll be bumping this. I'm bumping it like when I'm working.
Yes. Oh, Mr. Get Yourself Together. Everybody loves that. I love it.
Yeah.
She's an anthem on the low.
It is. It is.
Yes.
It's a dope song. I just wish it was like a little bit longer. Maybe I could do an extended version.
Oh, yes.
Back in the day, they'll do an extended version, 12 minutes.
Yes.
This would be hot.
Yes, I love Miss Todd.
Yeah, this would be hot. This would be dope.
Get yourself together. Get yourself together.
Yes.
Huh?
Now, y'all go copy. It's the Good Time Girl. The Good Time Girls. Get yourself together.
Yes.
Yeah. So now, how did you get started in music?
Me, I've always kind of been a creative. Well, not kind of. I've always been a creative, and I've been in like concert band. I was in marching band, and then I joined my church choir, New Birth Missionary Baptist Church, under Miss Bishop Edwina Longstrokes.
To the church folk, I didn't.
R.I.P. girl. But but the choirs there. The choirs. One thing about Miss Dewberth, honey, the choirs came to do what they needed to do. Honey, they clocked in. The vocals were in the youth choir. I was like, oh, y'all singing, and I just rose to the challenge. Yeah, I was just like, okay, so let's do it then, honey. And then from there, I've always just kind of dabbled in music, and then I kind of took it seriously when I graduated college, and I moved back here to Atlanta because I grew up here. And then I was just like, what happened? Oh, I was with my straight friend Matt. Shout out to Matt. Hey, it was during that snowstorm in 2011 here in Atlanta, because he was gonna spend the weekend with me. We was just kind of hanging out, and then it just snowed out of nowhere. It was just like somebody was like, bitch, it's snowing. And we were like, what? And so we went downstairs and it was snowing. But then he had bought like this bottle of Jack. I had bought some herbal refreshments. And he was just like, you always talking about doing music and how you want to do an album and you want to do a mixtape. So guess what? You got a Mac. We just going to sit here. We ain't got nowhere to go. It's snowing. We just going to do something. So I did a baby mixtape that night, off the Jack and Coke and the herbal refreshments. It was everything. It was everything. So I was like, when I like played it back like the next morning, because we were still snowed in. So like I woke up and I played it back and I was like, I can really do this, I can actually, like, this could be a thing for me. Yeah, this could be a thing for me. Like I knew I could sing and I could like, I always like made up little songs and stuff.
But like and the rest of it, like when you sang in church.
Yeah.
We were talking about Sylvester earlier.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, I love her, Mother Sylvester.
The godmother, yeah. So Sylvester got his start in church, and I was reading. I love reading, I love researching, and so Sylvester, one of my faves.
Yes, mother,
Green mother. So he was saying how he loved to sing. His mama took him and his brothers to church, and he would sing, and then he caught the ear of the organist. And the organist, got him going, and he would lead songs. And then he started having, at the age of 10 or 11, he started having an affair with the organist, who was an adult. Yeah. They're calling it, well, no, I'm not gonna say they're calling it. Well, it was child molestation, but to Sylvester, it was just him. They were together.
Yeah, and of course, it was definitely molestation. He groomed Sylvester.
Right.
And
And Sylvester didn't see it as that. So,
no.
but the church condemned Sylvester
Of course.
and was saying how feminine he was and blaming him for everything, which was that to me, that's dirty. But people still do that today.
Of
They will
course.
blame. I watched that with my own eyes, but it wasn't with a gay um, relationship. It was with straight. One guy here who plays the organ, still plays the organ, has children all over Cincinnati, Ohio. But when I was a child, we took a church trip. And we went to Al Green's church. So, come to find out, this 16-year-old spent the night in his room, and the roomers got out. So we on the church bus on our way back home. The adults on the bus didn't say anything about him. Their thing was, this is what he does. They were calling her fast, calling her names. They made that girl cry. And the girl ran out the bus. We had to wait to they go find her. And they told me how fast she was. And this is so anyway, from that trip, she ended up pregnant. But they blamed her. And
of course.
Why do you all do that?
Honey, I don't know. I stopped trying to figure out fools a long time ago. So I really couldn't tell you why they do it. It's just like.
And the most powerful thing that Sylvester said was, the church that turned me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you turned him out, and then you turned him away. You made, because at 13 he just stopped going. I don't have nothing to do with this. I'm good. Peace out. And which I feel that. But you talk about because they kept saying he was effeminate. But I'm like, but like you said, you groomed him.
Yeah. That boy was groomed. He was groomed as a little boy by this grown ass man.
You know, and another one that happened to another one of our favorites, Rashawn Patterson.
Oh.
While they were doing devotion, they I don't know if it was the pastor or one of the preachers. One of them had him laying on the floor in the back office, doing whatever it was they did to him. But then you see what I'm saying. But then you ridicule him.
Yeah.
I don't understand. But Sylvester, I'm saying this is I'm dedicating the show to Sylvester because he is the one who opened the doors for artists, to do what they want to do, to be who they are.
He just did it. That's why I admired him. I found out about him watching VH1 when I was like 11 or 12. And I was like, wait, it was a whole gay black man who was out here like doing it. That's
he was one of my favorites. I'm older than you. He was one of my favorites when I was a kid.
Oh yes.
One of my absolute favorites. So I use now everybody loves "You Make Me Feel Mighty Real." My favorite Sylvester song is "Dance Disco Heat."
Oh yeah.
But I will say it's probably my favorite because Martha's vocals stand out, and I think the engineer probably tweaked her vocals up a little, turned them up a little bit because her voice stands out so strong in that song.
Oh yes, I'm sure it was per Sylvester's request. Make sure y'all turn Martha up. She needs to be heard on this.
Wait a minute.
No, my favorite song is "Do You Want to Funk." That's mine.
I love that.
I thought that was Aretha Franklin for the longest time. And I was like, that was Sylvester. Oh shit! Yes, I like him even more.
I loved it. Yeah, I love Sylvester, and I love how he didn't play in the game. Like when he was on Joan Rivers show, and she tried to comfort him. She was like, "So, what did your mom say when you told her you want to be a drag queen?"
I'm not a drag queen. I'm Sylvester.
That's it.
And I was like, and that, bitch.
That's it. But Joan Rivers, I like Joan Rivers, but Joan Rivers just had a kind of a nastiness to her. Nice nastiness to her.
Yeah, she's definitely that kind of white woman, just very like a little she snips at you. It's like, okay, bitch.
But with Sylvester, like I said, Sylvester made it easier for a lot of people to come out. Now, I do want to pay homage or just shout out to someone who came out yesterday.
Okay.
Angeline Ellis, actress.
She's a lesbian. I see that.
Listen, I had said that she came out as bisexual.
So, I definitely see that.
And so Thais asked on his page, well, he wanted one of the Clark sisters thing, like if they had known this, would they have wanted her to play Maddie Moss Clark? Well, now this is me saying this.
No,
She gave me that vibe after I saw her in Pariah. I've always thought she was a lesbian.
she wasn't in Pariah.
Wait a minute, that ain't her?
That was Ajulu. I can't, don't get me. She was a Nigerian, like American actress.
I thought she. I thought it was her.
That child was like, yeah.
But I always thought it was her. I just always thought it was her though. I mean, not thought. I'm sorry. I thought it was her, but I always thought she was lesbian. So I wasn't surprised yesterday.
Yeah.
And I mean, and no shade. I don't want no church people hitting me up, but Maddie Moss Clark wasn't the most feminine woman.
Okay, I'm like, honey, high key. A lot of them sturdy women was low key like fighting the lesbian bug. You
Right.
see, I don't want to say her name.
Well, give me a hint.
Her father had a dream.
Okay. Oh, child.
Right. With the big shoulders. Girl.
Yeah, well, everybody know, yeah. But so I think like that Sylvester made it easier. Back in the day, now he made it easy, but it's like now it's easier now because I really believe I believe if they had allowed Whitney Houston to be herself and be with Robin, I think she would still be alive.
Because Robin was her safe space, and Robin made sure that she, took care of herself, whereas everybody else was just kind of not just doing whatever.
Right.
So, and when she left, she declined all the way after that. It was like,
right.
Dang, girl.
Nick said Nick Clark probably passed out over 5 times after listen, I know they called her on the phone and said, what are you doing? The devil is busy.
Girl. Yeah. A few of y'all might want to do some self-exploration, honey. It's not all in vain.
So we want to talk about a few artists that are that Sylvester made the way for, and I want to start off with this dude. This dude is so cold to me, Mikhail Gilmore. Kilgore.
Oh yes.
Yeah, this Jack kicking in early. Okay, now I wish when I was coming along, I wish I had this type of song when I was growing up because growing up when I was in my room pretending to be either Shaka, Aretha, Natalie, or Patty, depending on the day, I didn't have any songs that I could sing to somebody. You know what I'm saying? But this but this song right here, The Man in the Barbershop, I love this song. Have you heard this?
I have not yet. I have yet to listen to his music. So
okay, so this song is about it's a true story about this dude he met in the barbershop in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
And he didn't get a chance to get the guy's number, but he took out an ad on Craigslist and see if he could find the dude.
Oh wow!
I walked in, you were there. It was as simple as that. I knew you were the one that I wanted.
All right.
But you never want me back. You were just mine. You and those almond-shaped eyes. You said, hey, I'm a fan of your melody.
Okay.
Someday maybe you'll write one for me. So I'm writing a song for the man in the barber shop, who sat in the chair by the door.
That's one of my favorite songs.
Okay, yes.
I'm like, I wish I had that growing up. And also, Mikhail is the first openly gay Black R&B artist to be nominated for a Grammy.
Well, come on then.
Come on, yes. Yeah, that's it.
First we got Lil Nas X for hip hop. Now we got R&B.
Right.
Come on.
Don Cornelius never invited Sylvester on Soul Train.
Of course not. He invited Jermaine Stewart though. We got to mention Jermaine Stewart.
Jermaine. Yeah, yeah, I'm dedicating the show to him too. Yeah, but Jermaine couldn't live in his truth. See,
Mm.
Sylvester lived in his truth. Jermaine,
But to be honest, I think that was the whole key for Jermaine because he knew that, like, girl, if you take one look at me, you know that I am not singing it to no girl. Do you see this perm? Like, I feel like he was just like, okay, girl, I say girl, sure. Like, so that's why I was living for it. I was like, I know that's right, honey. She was like, girl, because I know when they see me, they gonna know that I'm
right.
like,
I mean, you did know, but like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I know it was just like you wanted him to say it and do it, but it was just like for me, it was like, you know, we knew what time it was at the time that it was the climate. It was the '80s when nobody really, you know, right in
They
the
were
middle
doing it,
of
just not doing
Reagan.
it out in the open, right?
Yeah, it was just like,
And
but
I'm quite sure he was having the industry.
yeah. Oh,
Um,
that's what they said, honey. The rumors, but that is not my business, honey.
right. I can believe it.
I can believe it, and you know, hey, a little bit for a few of them, I'm like, I'm kind of jealous because the one that I'm thinking about, you know her with her son. Shout out to Miss. I ain't gonna say it because then you'll know who I'm talking about. But I was like, if that's true, girl, I'm kind of jealous because, honey.
Oh, you gotta tell me. No, when the show up, you gotta tell me this one.
Okay. In his
Oh,
young years, when I've seen pictures of his young years, pre, you know, everything that happened, I was just like, yes, Jermaine, I would have did that too. Like,
ain't mad.
I'm
Now,
not mad at it at all.
right. Now, this one came out later in life. Well, actually, just now. Back in the day, we knew it,
Yeah.
and it was rumored, but we couldn't
Yeah.
say he couldn't say anything. But I love his music. He can really really sing. And
Yeah.
he can still sing today. Still do it.
Oh yes, Miss Tevin.
Yeah.
Honey, listen, because you know he came out when I was a little kid. Like he was, you know, a preteen when I was like 7, 6. But like seeing him as a teenager, I remember he was on Teen Summit and Miss Sherry or whoever. I think it was Miss Sherry, the one who do the Caribbean Jam. She was interviewing him. Huh? Teen Summit on BET. This is, you know, 90s
Right.
kid shit right here.
T Son was what's her name? Ananda Lewis.
She was on MTV, wasn't? Yeah, she was on MTV.
I thought
Ananda.
she was on Teen Summer first. It was her and
She might have been, but
this-
she didn't interview
this-
Tevin. This
this-
she was a little bit after that. I think she came later.
What was his name? It was a cute guy. It was a cute dude. Her and this cute dude used to host the show together. Prince. Something. What was that called? I can't remember his name now.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot remember his name. But yeah, Tevin. Yeah, if they had left Tevin alone, let Tevin be free.
Yeah.
In that truck. But then the end of the industry, because was it the industry or was it the public who shunned him after the bathroom incident?
Probably a combination of mostly the industry, probably over the public, because I think he was still able to work. Like, you know, he did Broadway and
What I
stuff.
hate about that is he got shunned. George Michael got praised. Yay!
Well,
It's
you know, because that's different. That's white land.
that's my point. It
The white
should not be a
gays.
difference. But
The one thing the white gays got right is that they looked out for each other. and you know, a lot of them, especially them older closet queens, you know, they put money behind a lot of those girls and protecting their community. So of course, you know, that was more for them to have a white pop star than he's cute. But they also had Elton John too.
Yeah.
But Elton John was around the same time as Sylvester.
Right. They had David Bowie and they had but David Bowie, Elton John. There was a couple of rockers too.
Yeah, you know.
But I ain't caring nothing about that. I don't know. I've never been into.
I mean, you know.
I think white guys are attractive, but I just never been interested in dating them. I'll say that.
Oh well. Yeah. But yeah, it's just for Yeah, the white gays, I don't even count their gay icons. No shade. And then they have Boy George. Now, Boy
Oh
George,
yeah.
I did like. But
Now, Boy just played it. He played the game in the beginning. He's like, "Well, I'm not gay."
girl, in a face full of makeup, a girl face is beat.
He did that, but same thing with RuPaul. When RuPaul first came out, RuPaul was like, "He's not."
I remember that. And everybody's like, he say he's straight, and I'm like, there's a drag queen, honey. I was a kid looking at grown-ups like, girl, this is a drag queen. A man in a wig. No, he is not straight.
And man, he was doing it.
Yes,
He was doing it to the fullest.
to the
His drag-
fullest. I
drag
remember
was
he was all up and through MTV, and oh my god, he was on Arsenio Hall. I remember oh my god, he was was he in Jet? He was in one of them. He was either in Jet or probably Jet and Ebony. Because he was just popped on the scene and was like, who is this character, RuPaul?
Right, and
And
all I
everybody
knew was that he was on Tommy Boy on the same label as Queen Latifah at the time.
Yeah.
First came out, I was like, but I was when I was younger, I was kind of naive a little bit to certain things. So I'm like, is that a man?
See,
When I first saw the
thankfully,
video-
like, yeah, I grew up in like the HBO Cinemax era, MTV era, so it was just hitting you all at once, and it's like, oh, it's girls that want to be boys and boys that want to be girls, and some that are, that's cute. Like, it was like a crash course, and you're not, everybody's different and nobody is the same, and some people have different
Right.
lifestyles and things that they do, and
Right.
so
But like I said, yeah, but like I'm saying, I just hate we had to pretend, except for Sylvester, to pretend to be straight. Right, Sylvester came. Now he just didn't give a fuck because that's
he just did what he wanted to do, and that's
right. But they wanted him to, and he had like the same spirit Rihanna has. Okay, you can tell me what you want, but I'm still gonna do what I want to do. Go ahead.
yeah. I already showed up to meetings in full drag just to piss people off.
Right. Yeah, he did that.
Like, girl,
do you have to wear that?
Yes, this is who you signed. This is who is on your label. This is who's bringing you these hits, girl. Me.
And bring you these coins, right?
Thanks.
You coins.
So no, I will not be putting on a suit unless I want to.
Now he did, but he did have a period where he tried that.
He did in his earlier, but it just
it didn't work. It didn't land.
No.
In the words of Tice, it didn't land. What about it? But now, and his next artist, this is my favorite male vocalist, right underneath Luther Vandross. Right underneath Luther.
Yeah.
He is so guys.
Yes, I love me some Rasan.
Yes, absolutely.
Believe that this is happening. Something's taking hold of me. Can't seem to shake all of you. And I'm in love so sweetly, baby.
So sweet, baby. Come on, Rasan.
Yes, that is.
Give it to me.
And
Like,
he always has the best background vocalist, like Trina Broussard.
does.
Oh, I love it.
Does. He's not going to be slipping on any of it.
And like to see him in concert is everything. But now, honorable. Now, I love this young lady right here. If you all love hip hop, she's dope. I hate how she was treated by our own people. She did a show in Los Angeles, and it went way left. And her and the promoter got into it. It was ugly.
Ooh.
It was ugly. Chica.
Oh yes, Miss Chica. Yeah,
Chica-
the
Chica's
industry
everything.
does her dirty. A lot of people do her dirty, and I don't like that.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, I don't like that.
At all. All right. She's extremely talented. But
Way
y'all-
too talented for y'all to be treating her like this.
Right.
Y'all need to be kissing her left titty. High key. and begging her to produce some great art for y'all.
Right. She is super dope. And the promoter was telling her, like, well, they don't even know who you are. Oh,
Yes,
you
we do. That's why I'm here. That's why you asked me to be here, because people know who I am, bitch.
right. I'm like, chicken, I love her.
Little black girl from the south, little black girl in the mouth, little black girl don't know where to go. She like the clown and the teachers they kicking her out. Insecure but she won't say it out loud. All she wanna do is make her mama proud. She wanna be like them other girls, they in another world, she just can't figure them out. Round face, thick thighs, full waist, bright eyes, she wonders if they'll judge her for a side. She doesn't compromise, she's seen this world before. This child is wise, never busy, but her mind is occupied. She used to dream of high rises, but life is full of surprises. Talent.
Dope. That sister's just dope, period.
She's very much dope. Like,
camera. I knew what you were doing.
I know, but I don't know if YouTube would allow. Yeah,
okay.
You know,
but yeah, she's super dope, And what I love is how these artists, how you all are just being free, and you're not changing genders of songs. You all are not.
Because it's all that is, especially once, you know, like once you didn't see, like for me, I've seen every kind of behind the music, unsung, true Hollywood story. And for the gay artists and the queer artists, it just never, it's like, girl, they're already exploiting you. They already taking your money, but now they're telling you can't be yourself. Fuck all that. I mean, forget all that. So like, and now it's like, especially with like social media and things, it's just you really don't need the honey, you can just go around the label. It's like,
right. And
I can build my own following just by finding people that connect with me. And you have no choice. If you seeing that the money is good and you want a piece, you have no choice but to come to me. You got to kiss my feet, honey.
Right. And like you said, people gravitate right now. People are gravitating to what's real.
Yeah.
You have even straight people who gravitate to the gay artists. Because it's real, because you're being true to yourself. And I think that's what wins people over. And they didn't get that. Tice Cracker, I know he's a whole gal, but Rasan's been giving serious cat daddy lately in pics.
Honey, hasn't he? And I'm like, you know, that's kind of up my alley. I like a
I've been had a crush on Rasan. I've been had a crush. Yeah.
It's like, okay, you are really growing, you know.
I'm gonna write a piece about the promotion. Child. Oh, okay. I gotta read
that. Write her.
I gotta rewrite a piece of now. Sean Kinsey, Saucy. Yeah, Saucy Santana is.
Yeah.
At first, I didn't like Saucy, but lately,
I love Saucy. I loved everything. I was like, yes, for this. I was like, because you know, those gay boys need their representation too. They're those gay boys that grew up in the hood.
Yeah.
And they need that hood representation. You need a girl like that.
But I
coming through it.
I love his confidence, but it wasn't that. It was, to me, first was his music, but then he made a couple of cuts. I'm like, okay, yeah. Lately, I'm liking it.
Yeah, like the songs was always bopping. Like I just like from the first time he popped up on social media, like my heart just smiled. Like yes, I was like, who is this girl? Yes, Saucy Santana. For me, it was that whole, it was the one with him and old girl from City Girls. He was like, what's big besides my Chanel purse? And she was like, your upper body. It's that one for me. I love their banter. So I'm a Saucy fan. Like, I can't even hold you. Like, I'm here for it. Especially in hip hop. Like, I love that now there's like this, because it needs it. Like, I'm sorry, a lot of these straight rappers, I keep saying it, but a lot of them just boring after 2 songs. Yeah,
and they don't have, but now they don't have any type of flow. Now, I saw Saucy do a freestyle, and I was like, oh, okay, that's what really caught my eye. I said, see, you got talent. That's what we were talking about that earlier. Talent. I love that. I love.
Yeah, he's been writing for a lot of these girls now. Like he's writing for the City Girls, and I think he's writing for Lotto. So it's like,
okay,
you know, so he's out here. I'm like, you know. Get it.
Right. That's where the money is in writing. That's where the money is.
Yes.
And get it. Now, this next sister, this is the song that caught my attention. Was dope, and I was like, I said, okay, I'm like, it's a woman singing to a woman. I'm like, okay, girl.
Yes.
T-minus 30 seconds.
At the wrong
Yes.
button.
It is. This Sid. I love Sid. Ever since Sid came out, I knew. I was like, oh yes. I was like, come on, the internet is fronted by an old cute stud, right? A cute little stud. I was like, yeah.
When I lived in LA, I used to wear this song out.
I wore this whole album out. I still do. I still revisit it.
Yeah, it is good. This song this is my favorite song Right. But yeah, like you said, that whole album does rock.
Yeah, the internet. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of them. I would love to work with them one day. I don't know what we do, but it's gonna be hot. I do know that.
I say put it out there.
Oh yes, put it in the universe now. Nova Luxurious.
Now I don't have a picture. I don't have a picture of this sister, but it's funny to me because this song has been played over and over and over on the internet. I mean, the song went viral, and I'm like, and then I saw church people that changed it to a gospel song. I'm like, if y'all knew this was, if she was singing to a woman, how would you really feel? Because you know how church people can be. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what would you do? But this song, but I love the song, even though I got tired of it, I still love it. It's because it's beautiful.
Yeah. I don't usually do this, but oh my God, can I sing to you?
All right. This is Miss Money Long. Miss Money Long.
Yes.
So she's singing to a girl. That's cute. I didn't know that. I mean, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Oh, you don't know who her woman is?
Oh, she's got a girlfriend.
Yes. And this song is about her. She's singing to, I don't know the young lady's real name, forgive me, but she plays, she used to play Frida Gatz on Empire, and then she moved to All American.
Oh, Miss Brandy something. Yeah.
Yeah, her. Yeah, that's her woman.
Oh, cute.
So I'm like, yeah. I said, if y'all knew she was singing to her, how would you really feel?
I mean, honey.
But it is what it is. We're in 2022 now. People are just free.
Yeah, they're free. Life is too short, and with all this bullshit going on, ain't nobody got time.
Listen, motherfuckers out here shooting every goddamn day.
Okay.
Yesterday, I'm like, this motherfucker in the hospital shooting. I'm like, damn.
Yes, in Oklahoma, I just saw that, and I'm like, child, like, I am tired. Do y'all understand?
Listen, tired of hearing about it, tired of seeing it, tired of hearing about it, and then they don't want to do nothing to change these gun laws. Now here in Ohio, they passed a bill where the teachers can have the gun in the classroom.
That is such a bad idea.
Terrible idea. I said, so okay.
That is such.
Yeah.
That is such a bad idea, and the whole thing is just the simplest solution is just restrict these guns, honey. It's so simple. You should not be walking around as a civilian, ain't never been in the military, don't have any kind of military creds or certification. You should not be walking around with an AR-15 or any kind of assault military grade ass weapon bit. You should not. You should just not.
But here's my question. Right. But here's my question. That boy lived in a low income area where they were poor. Even his family were dirt poor. So where did you get the $1,800 to buy one AR-15? But then you bought two.
You know, my theory, and I said this in somebody's TikTok comments, But I just, and then just the way the whole, like the police were just outside, and you know how the FBI had did this report in like 2013, like saying that a lot of white supremacist groups are infiltrating police forces all around the country, and through the law they're basically, you know, doing like, you know, hate crimes. They're putting people in jail, you know, trapping them in things, getting them in sentences and things that they didn't, that put, you know, putting crimes on them that they didn't commit, and just doing all types of bullshit.
Right.
And you know, on top of killing us and things like that. And so like for me, I just feel like just the way it all was set up. So this child was just allowed to go in. Y'all was standing outside for 40 minutes. Y'all stopping people and cuffing parents. Y'all got ICE on the scene. Y'all let this child have a 40-minute just basically free for all, you know.
Right, and y'all didn't do nothing, and then got mad at the parents who went in or tried to go in.
Well, no, it was one mom. She saved the whole class and her 2 kids.
Right. Kudos to her.
So,
put her on the police force, or put her.
But yeah, I think like there's some white supremacist shit involved. Like I think, you know, he was probably a kid on one of them sites, you know, where they be talking and being racist and shit. You know, he probably one of them Latinos that identified as white.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe some like cops who were probably in that group, allegedly, supposedly, suggestively, from that police force, maybe, you know, sponsored it, because how else could you afford it? And then the way y'all set it up, I was just standing outside letting them do it, and then you set him up to get killed by Border Patrol. Your hands are free.
Yeah.
And now you're not cooperating with the Department of Safety. And it's like all this, as I'm looking, I'm just like, girl, that's all I got on it. Yeah. If you paying attention, you can connect the dots. That's all I'm saying. Absolutely. You can formulate a theory as I have, because this is a theory.
Absolutely. Now, when I said the teachers will be able to carry a gun, I agree with Bernice. Only children of color will be deemed a threat. Absolutely.
Of course. That's why I was like, it's a terrible idea if you're black and you in one of these schools where they're like, yeah, we're gonna let the teachers carry the guns. Pull your child out now. I wouldn't even I wouldn't let them spend 1 minute or hour in that classroom, especially you got white teachers. Honey, I had a few white teachers that, honey, my mom had to go to the school. I want him in another class now.
Say it.
Somebody black, if preferred.
Absolutely. No. Yeah, because my best teachers were black, which I didn't have that until I got to the 6th grade. Because I went to a white school up until the 6th grade.
See, I went to predominantly black schools my whole life, except that one time in like 11th grade, I went to a predominantly white school.
Ooh, that was culture shock. You did all the rest of the time.
It was okay. I mean, like I've been around white people. Like my mom worked at Emory University, and she would always she put me in the summer camp there for like 2 summers. So I was always like introduced to like different types of people and kids and things. And then I was in Cub Scouts, and so it was just like, okay, white people, you know. I know how to interact around them, but you know. Like, I just felt, of course, you feel more at home when you have people that relate to you.
You absolutely.
Even if you're not black, but you're brown, like I relate more to other brown people, period. Like, there's just things that we all share, that we have in common, that we all have an understanding about, you know. So, you know, that's that. But, you know, I can interact with white people. I can interact with
I can't do that. I got some white people that are cool. And the guest they had on last week, what's that shit? Queen Kim, the OG. Yeah, I think it's cool. And well, and you're here because the beginning video that I played was the one you duetted with her. When she was like, "I don't give a shit about your feelings." You said, "Wreck 'em, honey."
Yeah, yeah. Wreck 'em. Go ahead, honey, because they need it. They need it. Like, you know.
Yes. Yeah. Now, Bernie said, "Child, we march, cry, and pray. We do. They get educated, get elected, and get promoted to protect their own." That ain't the truth.
It is like even like and I hate to say it, like, because I was watching, it was on TikTok too. You know, the one lady who was talking about how her mom got killed in the Buffalo situation, the
Yeah, that
shooting
broke me.
massacre. And you know, they were supposed to go see the Temptations, and she's going through all that. And she just said this one part, and it annoys me because, but she was just like, I'm trying to find it real. I'm finding it real hard to forgive right now. And it's like, in my
Woo!
head, I was thinking to
Yeah,
myself, bitch, your mother just got mowed down in a
and you
fucking
talking about
grocery
forgiveness,
store for no fucking reason. And you
right?
trying to forgive this little white boy
But
right
once
now.
again,
If you
that's
don't,
that's what they put in their head.
girl, right. It was in my head. I was like, girl, I wasn't gonna say it on TikTok, but I was just like, girl,
That's what
and
they put in our head.
that's
That's
our
what,
downfall right there. Y'all too busy trying to forget. We can forgive later. Forgive when justice is served, girl.
but you know what? Now, because what it is, that's what they put in their head. Because people say, "I forgive you," but do you really forgive in your heart, or are you just saying it because you want to get to heaven when you die? And I think that's what it is. I think people want to get to heaven.
In the words of Sophia, you better think about heaven later, bitch.
Bash his head.
And think about it later, girl. You could always pray. You can always repent. That was one thing the Christians taught me, honey. Repentance is the hack, honey. Honey, girl.
Oh God.
That's why I'm like, God, please keep me in mind. Say, please don't let no Karens, none of that disturb
Okay.
my
Now,
groove
I
or they
don't know.
groove.
I saw your TikTok from your job earlier today. You ran into a Karen telling them, "I don't have to wear a mask."
Just lying, honey, lying through her teeth. I was just like, oh yeah, the gentleman that was here last week when I checked in, he told me personally that I don't have to wear a mask. And I was like, I'm the gentleman that checked you in, and I didn't say that. Like, girl, what you talking
I was
about?
cracking up. I
I
was
remember when
dying.
you came in with your rude ass. I remember when you came in, and yeah, girl, you never said that to me. So,
So what makes you so special? You don't have to wear a mask, but the rest of either I have to wear a mask, but you don't.
and I'm just like, child, you know what? At the end of the day, and I hate it's your health, and God bless her. She's old anyway.
Oh,
And that's just where I'm at with it when it comes to the girl, especially these old stubborn girls when it comes to COVID. Well, girl, you old anyway, so you live life. And if you want to take that risk, then go for it, honey. I don't have anything to say about it.
and I don't know what I thought that when I was listening to the TikTok, I'm like, I bet this bitch old as dirt.
Yeah. One of them old Republican white ladies. And it's just like cute for you. I don't have nothing to say about that. But if you want to walk around here with your face free with these cases rising, if you want to do that to yourself, you
You go
already
ahead.
old. So I mean, what else do you have to lose? You've lived it all. You've done it all. You are in retirement.
Right. Now this
Clearly,
this next I don't know. I ain't gonna play nothing because I don't know nothing to play. But I have a picture. I love her attitude.
oh yes, I love her too.
But I don't know. I like what song suggestions would you give? Because I don't know anything.
High key, Kalani. I love Kalani, but it's like I don't necessarily have a song that I could like reference right now because like I listen to her, but she kind of I don't know. It's like her and a few girls they kind of run in the same. It's like a run along sentence with them in their sound. They all kind of just
Y'all
mixed
sound
in, and I
like
kind of
that.
get them confused. But I love them. It's like I like what y'all doing. It's just y'all haven't done that standout thing for me yet. Like it hadn't came together in that way for me. Like so far, Kalani is just reminding me of Aaliyah, but cooler. Not cooler per se, but more of today's version of what Aaliyah would be.
Okay. So
And
she's
so
like
it's
the
like,
Aaliyah 2.0.
yeah, it's giving you like an ode to Aaliyah, but make it Gen Z, and it's like, okay, cute. I like this.
Right. Now
So
what I would like to see if we had more true allies. And
yeah,
I would say allies would be like Tank. I love what Tank
yes,
said on that. I love that. I was like, I wish more men got that. Like,
yes,
make your bag. It ain't about somebody sitting there Because whether you're on stage or not, men, if you're attractive, men are going to look. Gay men are going to look at you.
And that's just it. But homophobic men especially, they don't like that because they know how they look at women and how they objectify women, and the idea of knowing that a man is doing that to them, it freaks them the fuck out.
And that's why I'm like, you right, you doing it to her, and yeah, hell yeah, we doing it to you, absolutely.
Yes, sir. I want to put those ankles up to the sky and pound you into oblivion. I do. I very much would like to, and I want to hear you. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I want you to just go crazy. I want you to be free.
Right. I mean, because at the end of the day, we're all men, and men are men, and we oogle, we whatever. Yeah, we're looking at another man, or you looking at a woman. Yeah. But like you said, they can't take it.
They can't.
But Tank caught ridicule or caught some flack for what he said. I'm like,
I thought it was more for the Beyonce thing or the Kelly Rowland thing.
But what you call them, the flea hive? Now he did. Yeah. They gave it to him. They did. But then you had some of the gays saying, "Oh, Tank gay anyway." Tank. I'm like, no, he's just an ally. He just, he gets it.
Yeah, he's just a man who's comfortable in himself. Like right. I love that he's expressive. It's like, child. I can go on and on about how the gays be active in this misogyny and how it's just all this straight worship, girl.
I like that straight worship.
Yeah, it's just like, girl, y'all want to be straight men. Do you see why? You're not her.
Because like I said, they want to get to heaven.
Child.
They want to go to
I'm going to get to heaven being me. The way I am. I'm going to twirl through the gates. Excuse me, thank you. Hey. Honey.
And that's it.
Yes, just like Sylvester did, honey. Got bit, and I love that he, did find a church that accepted him, towards in his adult life and towards the end of his life, the Love Center.
Yes.
And that's why I found it weird when you remember when Tone performed looking like Kung Lao from Mortal Kombat. It was everything. The look was giving, but it was just like, yes, you better be Kung Lao, bitch.
I forgot to mention Tony. Right, Tony.
Yeah, but everybody was like, "How dare he in the church?" And I'm like, "The Love Center, girl. That's the very red carpet that he is walking upon. That's where Sylvester was laid out in her red kimono for her fume."
Right. And then what some people don't know is Walter, Edwin, Tremaine, Daryl Coley, Lynette, and Yvette Flander, and there was another one. I can't remember her name. They all did background vocals for Sylvester. If you look on his later albums, they're there. They're listed. They're the background vocals. Because Martha and Azura were gone.
Yeah.
And Jeannie Tracy, she was there off and on.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, Martha and Azura had punched it, which I'll get into them on another show.
Yes, honey. They was raining men, honey.
Yeah. I don't know how people didn't know I was gay if they didn't. Because I love that damn song.
Yes. It's raining men. I was like, yes.
When I was a kid, I just loved Martha. I don't know what it was. I was just drawn to Martha.
It's that voice, and it's just a whole. It's like when you look at her, it's like, oh, I know you can wail.
Right.
It's like, I know you can just, ooh. Like, and then she just proves you right. It's like, I knew it. Right. As soon as you open your mouth, it's just going to be heaven, honey. I know. And then her and Tamala Man, they got that appeal. It's like, when you just look at them, it's like, oh, you can sing. I know you can sing.
Right. Yeah, Tamala
you definitely can sing. And as soon as they open their mouth, yes, I knew.
Now, besides Tone, what did I miss any queer art? What queer art did I miss?
Let's see, who else? I mean, I got some honorable mentions. They were kind of part of like the underground, like independent scene in like the mid 2010s. Mickey Blanco, they are still around. I think they're them now. They're still around. You should look them up. They're like a gender bender. like hip hop, like underground hip hop. But you'll really get into it. Like,
Okay.
and then Leif was another one. Who
Lathan
else?
Ashley?
No, just his name is Leif.
Oh.
I think he kind of stopped rapping. I think he's trying to be an actor now. So you should just go back. I mean, he could do acting too, but girl,
Yeah.
it's just like you was doing it. Like you was like a moment for like, why wouldn't you like continue? But I get it. People want to do other things.
Yeah,
Who
but
else
if
am
you're
I?
good at, but if you're good at it, I mean, hey.
Yeah, Big Mama is another one. Big Mama is like if Little Kim was a big black bear, honey. Like, but actually no, like even better. I won't say better than Lil Kim, but his flow is just like otherworldly. It's
Big
like
Mama. I
Big
gotta.
Mama,
That's it. MMA.
MMA, yeah, Big Mama. Because he came out with this mixtape back in 2013, and I was like, bitch, download, download it now.
Well, I found out. Okay. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check him out.
Yeah,
Check this out, Big Mama. Okay.
I
Yeah,
can't
he got a
remember
song
the
called No
song right
Fast, No
now.
Film. Child, that used to wear me out.
Yes, and
No
then
Fast.
there's a new guy. He's on the scene, Virgo Husky. I like him a lot. He's been on TikTok a lot.
What's it, Virgo? What?
Virgo would it be Bergo Husky? Oh, and then I forgot Cakes the Killer.
Now,
That's another one.
I forgot to mention that too. Yeah, I like Cakes the Killer.
Yes.
I think, what did I see? I forgot where I saw him.
Oh, and then my good friend Jamie Cornelia. She's a queer rapper, a lesbian rapper.
Okay. Jane,
So,
y'all getting on it. I'm getting all of
yeah,
y'all. Get to these people. Get into it.
of course.
And give them their shine.
And then we got to get into Miss Jayla Sims, who was another high key iconic figure.
Where the hell is she?
She just re-emerged on SoundCloud and on YouTube. She dropped a cover of "Sending My Love" by Janae with another trans artist. I think she's also trans too, and they're like a duo.
I used to love Jayla.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, we used to be Facebook friends. We used to communicate, and like when I first moved to LA, and then I lost touch.
Yes.
But I loved her on Making the Band.
Yes, Make It Diddy's Band. That was like,
yeah.
I was like, yeah.
When she did American Boy, that was it. But I was so surprised she got picked because Diddy is one of them.
Me too. Honey, yeah, well, honey.
Right. Right. I'm so surprised. I was like, but I was so glad she made. I'm like, you got to put her in there.
Yeah, and then who else? I just hit my mind, and then they left. Alex Newell, that's another one.
I love Alex.
Alex Newell is actually, if you could play a little piece of what is it? Boy, you can keep it, and if I don't know, then you don't know. Just the right to know. I can't do it like her. I can't blast like her. I think it's Keep It. I think that's the name of the song.
Keep it.
Yeah. I can get losing my face. I think that's
Keep it.
That little thing,
Yeah, keep it moving. Is that it? Oh, boy, you can keep it.
Boy, you can keep it. That's the one. I mean, she just goes. Baby. Yes, it goes. She goes.
You playing around.
Uh-oh. Boy, you can get it.
That's hot.
Yeah, yeah, it's a whole bop. Like
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, this Alex. Like I already was rooting for her when she like I forgot what show she like
When she's on
competition show
Glee?
she was on. Yeah, and then she ended up on Glee. I think she either started on The Voice or X Factor, and then from there she
Oh,
got
I didn't know that. I just saw him
yeah.
on Glee, and I was like,
Yeah, and then Glee was like his big break. Yeah, right. It was like this girl is singing.
right. Well, I love you too, Gail. I love you. Thank you. Yeah, I just found a Sylvester album at Goodwill last week. Yeah, Sylvester.
Yes, I got one of his. I think it was his last album. I got that on vinyl.
Sylvester was, I think. Well, I ain't gonna say he was before his time because he opened the door.
Mm-hmm. He did. He really did.
He kicked down the door.
He was just like, honey,
like, yeah,
pretend to be, huh? No.
one of my childhood favorites, absolutely.
Yes. I'm trying to think who's the other queer artists we can mention.
This is what
Actually, we could throw George Michael in there. You know, Miss Queen. She's my favorite white auntie. But you know, listen, George came through, and she always gives the black girls, you know,
George. I was a George Michael fan, absolutely.
Same. Miss Monkey is my bop forever.
Which one?
Miss Monkey.
Yeah.
Why can't you set your monkey free, honey? I hope that wasn't racial on the low, because that would really upset me. I want to say he was talking about drugs. I'm just gonna say he was talking about drugs.
We hope, yes, we hope.
We hope.
Now this is Nova was talking about earlier. That's his favorite.
Oh yes. Do you want to fall?
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Yes, honey. Holla. And I love that it was on the Trading Places soundtrack. In that movie. Like, come on, Sylvester.
This is straight 80s disco.
Yes. Don't know. Yes. I'm sorry. No. And I didn't know that he provided some vocals for Aretha's album, the Who Zoom and Who.
You didn't know what?
That he provided some background for Aretha's album, the Who Zoom and Who album.
Uh-huh.
I was like, yes.
Yes. Sylvester was it. And that song, people talk about Prince's range, but Sylvester's range was phenomenal because he perfected his falsetto.
Yes, he did.
And he could drop it all the way down to baritone bass.
Yes.
Range was phenomenal.
Can't touch her.
Not at all. This was a fun conversation. I love it.
Oh yes. I love giving the girls their 10.
I can talk about music all day.
Yes, same. I love giving.
And y'all see, this is Nova's second time back. Y'all gonna see Nova again because I got an idea for another show. I gotta talk to him when this is over.
Okay. Yes.
But so you all, thank you for joining me. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for kicking it. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed the music we played. And we will see you next week. Next week I'll be paying tribute to some divas.
Come on, divas.
Some of my favorite divas, as they call them, divas. Yeah. Still celebrating Black Music Month. So next week, y'all come on back and let's get into these divas. I love y'all. Thank you for watching. And if you can, please support the show anywhere you can. Cash App, Candy Kyrie, Zelle. My email address is scrolling across the screen. Keep the lights and gas on and keep the show moving.
Yes, y'all be easy. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, everyone. Good night. No, don't you go away. Everyone, good night. God bless y'all.